Ah, chocolate. We've all been there, right? We love it, but we usually tuck it away in that guilty pleasure category. But what if I told you that science is starting to see chocolate in a completely new light? So, what's the real story here? Is that little square of dark chocolate you have after dinner something you should feel bad about? Or could it actually be a powerful tool for your health? The answer might really surprise you. Okay, to really get this, we've got to go back to the beginning, right to the source, the cocoa bean. Because let's be clear, the magic isn't in the sugar or the milk that gets added later. Nope, it's all about the rich, dark cocoa itself, which is packed with some pretty incredible natural compounds. And this is where we meet the secret heroes of our story, polyphenols. Now, what on earth are those? Well, think of them as the cocoa plant's own personal bodyguards, its natural defense system. And in our bodies, they act as super powerful antioxidants, which are these amazing things that help protect our cells from day-to-day damage and stress. And high-quality cocoa is absolutely loaded with them. You know, we hear all the time about getting antioxidants from things like green tea or red wine, right? Well, get this. Studies show that high-quality dark chocolate contains several times more of these protective compounds. It's not even a close competition. It really is an antioxidant powerhouse. So, okay, great. It's packed with these things called polyphenols. But what does that actually mean for you, for your health? Well, this is where it gets really exciting. The research is linking them to some major science-backed health benefits that can impact everything from your gut to your brain. Let's kick things off with your gut. This is fascinating. According to Professor Tim Spector, who's a top researcher in this area, these polyphenols are basically rocket fuel for the good bacteria living in your gut. They act as what's called a prebiotic, which just means they're food for all the good guys in there, helping them grow strong and thrive. And it doesn't stop with the gut. Not even close. We're talking about a triple threat here. Beyond gut health, studies show these compounds improve your heart health by helping your blood vessels function better and even improving cholesterol levels. And then there's your brain. They've been linked to better blood flow and, get this, a mood boost because they help your body produce those feel-good chemicals like serotonin. Okay, hold on. Before you run out and buy every chocolate bar in sight, we need to talk because there is a huge catch here, and this is really, really important. You can't just grab any old candy bar off the shelf and expect to get these amazing benefits. The type of chocolate you choose makes all the difference in the world. Just think about it like this. On one hand, you've got the good stuff, high-quality dark chocolate. It's got a high percentage of real cocoa, and the ingredient list is super short. But on the other hand, you have your typical candy bar, which is mostly just sugar, additives, and a tiny bit of actual cocoa. These are not the same food. They are two totally different things. And in fact, Professor Spector warns that all that extra junk in processed chocolate doesn't just water down the good parts, it can actually work against you. Additives like emulsifiers, he says, can be bad for your gut microbes and may literally cancel out any of the health benefits you were hoping to get. So what's the solution? How do you get all the good stuff without the bad? Well, it actually boils down to following 3 really simple rules for choosing your chocolates, and just as importantly, enjoying it the right way. Rule number 1 is the most important, and it all comes down to a single number, 70, as in 70%. You want to look for dark chocolate that is at least 70% cocoa. That's your magic number. It's the best way to make sure you're getting a ton of those beneficial polyphenols and way less of the sugar and fillers. All right, so let's put it all together. Rule 1, aim for 70% or higher. Easy enough? Rule 2, read the label. Seriously, turn it over and look. The best stuff has a really short, simple ingredient list, things you can actually pronounce, like cocoa beans, cocoa butter, and maybe a little sugar. And rule 3, this one's a mindset shift. Savor it. Don't scarf it down. I love this quote from chocolate expert Spencer Hyman. He says, try and train yourself to savor rather than to scarf. And he's so right. A tiny piece of really high-quality dark chocolate is incredibly rich and satisfying. Just letting a single piece melt in your mouth is a great way to satisfy that craving without overdoing it. Moderation is absolutely key. So, there you have it. The evidence is pretty clear. When you choose the right kind and enjoy it mindfully, dark chocolate can absolutely make that leap from a guilty pleasure to a genuine superfood. The power is in your hands. Now that you know the secret, will you ever look at a chocolate bar the same way again?
Click the subscribe button to stay updated with VitalSpan Labs.